Hornets, and welcome to Gen Y. Why Gen Y? Because we are the inquisitive generation, always seeking inspiration and following our dreams. I'm your host, Justin Lotz, here with Andy Huyn, who is working towards a future in digital art. Hello, Andy. Thanks for being here with us.
I'm glad to be here.
All right. So how old are you, Andy?
I am 23.
23 years old. All right. What inspired you to get into this major?
Mostly from movies I've watched, like from Pixar and Disney. Like watching them really inspired me to make stuff like that because a lot of people like it, and it, really creates creativity in people.
Right. Those two are blowing up right now. All kinds of movies coming out.
Pretty much.
What do you like or dislike about this major?
What I like about it is the creativity and imagination that comes from it. And what I dislike is how much time it takes to make it, but it's understandable because it takes time to make something good.
Sure. So how many hours would you typically spend on a project?
Hours, more like days.
Days,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Sometimes it takes days, sometimes weeks. It depends on the project, of course.
Okay, I see. What kind of art styles do you typically like to do?
Mostly Pixar because they're simple to do and a lot of people like them, and of course it creates some space for imagination and creativity.
Right on.
Yep.
So what sort of little characteristics would go into becoming like Pixar style?
Characteristics.
Okay, are they typically big and bright, or do they follow certain patterns, or?
Yeah, bright and colorful is usually what a lot of people like because it's pleasing to the eyes and it's just a lot of fun to watch, mostly for the kids.
Right on. What kind of software do you use for these projects?
I use mostly Maya and Blender. Maya is more of a high-end program, sort of like what the studios use in movies. Blender is free, but it sort of helps you, learn the basics of modeling and animation. So, yeah.
Right on. So during your schooling, you typically would use Maya then?
Yeah, pretty much, because it's free here, so I don't have to pay for it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, perks of being a Hornet right
Yeah.
there. Does anyone in your family support what you're doing?
Yeah, everyone in my family supports what I do. They love what I make, and they totally encourage me to pursue what I'm doing. If I love it, and keep doing it right.
That's great. Anybody in particular who's got your back in this one?
And my dad, he's also a computer freak like me, so he totally understands.
And so he sort of got you into that
Yep.
style. Cool. Is this something that you wish to do permanently with your career?
Yeah, I really enjoy doing it, so it's just fun to do.
Yeah, you want to stick with it, right?
Yep.
Where do you typically see yourself maybe in about 30 or 40 years? Right before you're going to retire, what position do you see?
Hopefully CEO of like Pixar or Disney.
CEO?
Yeah, I got to dream high, right?
Yep, exactly. After your education is complete, what do you plan to do with it?
Hopefully I can get some internship at like Pixar or Disney to further my knowledge and education, so I can perfect my technique.
What do you think that would entail, being an intern at one of those companies?
Part of learning from one of the professionals, hopefully, and learn what they know, so I can apply it to my work.
Right, and probably getting some coffee for this person and maybe the big CEO over here.
Yeah.
Got to do a few little things like that.
Start somewhere.
Right. Well, we are going to take a quick break. I'm Justin Lotz here speaking with Andy Huyn on Gen Y.
crawl inside your head and eat my way out.
Welcome back, Hornets. I'm Justin Lotz speaking with Andy Huyn here on Gen Y. You know, Andy, we got to talk a little bit about the software that you use and how many hours goes into your work. It's my understanding we're actually going to have some of your artwork here to look at. Would you mind telling us just a little bit about maybe the first thing that you got into, the first artwork that you did, or some of these things that we've got on screen here?
Yeah, well, usually what modelers do before they start, they try to make sort of like images that look like stock images because they're easiest to do. Yeah, so.
Right on. So what was your first artwork that you did? What was it?
I made some cherry blossoms that I made. There it is. I made that last year. It took me about a few days to make, and I think it turned pretty well for my first try. So.
Not bad.
Yeah.
When you're editing and working in this software, what is it that typically would take you the most time and the most diligence?
Part modeling, for that particular one, modeling each petal. Well, not modeling each petal, but modeling one, then sort of copy and paste. Yeah, copy and paste is pretty much what you would use in that particular, art.
Right, that's nice, fantastic. So, after your schooling here as a Hornet, what do you plan to do? Do you move on to maybe a 4-year university?
Yeah, I plan to hopefully get my certificate and transfer to a institute or a university that specializes in digital arts, so I can further, improve on my technique.
Yeah. Do you have maybe 2 that you're looking at in particular, 2 universities?
The Art Institute seemed to be pretty cool. I toured there a few years ago, and they had really cool programs there for people like me. And I'm not sure if UCLA has art programs, but I might look into it. So,
yeah, fantastic. What are your plans for the next 5 years or so going into the industry?
I like to hopefully get into internship, like hopefully while I'm still, looking into courses in other institutes.
Right on.
Yep.
So what do you think is like the intro position once you move into, maybe if you're looking to get into Pixar or Disney, what is like an intro position that you could see yourself in?
Hopefully, I don't know, maybe an assistant to an animator, maybe, hopefully, if that answers your question. So I can learn more from them and hopefully improve my art.
Yeah. Big learning curve at school, but probably right in the bat as you get into the industry too,
Yep.
Huh? Do you make any commission off of your work?
Yeah, I'm currently working with a guy from England who liked my work. I posted some of my stuff on Tumblr, and he seemed to like it. And it's like, hey, you mind making stuff for me? I was like, sure, I don't mind.
Right on. So is that how you typically would get your work across, is through Tumblr or something like this?
Yeah, initially I didn't really plan on people, hiring me to make stuff for them, but I guess it worked out for me.
Wow,
Yeah.
Perfect. What advice would you give to somebody who's looking to get into this major and into the industry?
I would say is to have a lot of time, because it takes a while to learn, stuff like this. And if you don't have the time, then it's probably not for you. But if you do get through the learning curve, then it's pretty satisfying to make like anything you want, pretty much.
Yeah, wow, that's great. Well, Andy, thank you so much. That is all the time we have for today. I'm Justin Lotz, and we'd love to give a big thanks to Andy Huyn for being here with us on Gen Y.
Glad to be here.
Andy, it's been a pleasure.
Yep, thank you.